Every great tradition starts the same way. With an invitation.
Every invite, every matchup, and every moment. Are you ready to follow the journey to the showcase?
Welcome to The Invite. Each episode, we unveil 2 invitations, programs that were selected not just for their accomplishments, but for how they're built. The stage is set. From the West Coast spotlight to South Florida's proving ground. It's official. Sierra Canyon is crossing the country from California to face Chaminade Madonna at the showcase. Joining us here on The Invite is Coach Ellinghouse, Sierra Canyon. Coach, welcome to The Invite.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Coach, we're going to get into it. And first of all, what was it like for the program when you guys found out and you accepted the invitation to come down here in the showcase?
We were fired up. You know, we've been working really hard to build a program that can be on big stage, and you know, we obviously view this as a big stage, and we're honored and excited to make the trip out there.
And what do you hope your program, your players specifically, are able to take from the experience when you guys come down this way?
You know, I think, you know, obviously these early games, anytime you can match yourself up with quality opponents is super important. I think it's nice for us to get out of the area and see different teams than we're used to seeing. Mm-hmm. But, you know, also I think, you know, in my time, I've been doing this a while now. I've been doing about 25 years, and you know, my best teams are not always the ones that win. The most talented teams are not always the ones that win. It's the ones that, you know, throughout the course of the season bond and unite together and start you know, having common great experiences and all of that. So, you know, and this is half business trip, half an opportunity for our kids to spend more time with the coaches, more time with the players, you know, see somewhere they may not have been. You know, I've never been there, to be honest with you. So, you know, it's all, life's about experience, and, you know, we're trying to give these kids a great experience, and this is part of that.
It's always been, we love, you know, being able to talk about the different exposures to California coming to Florida, and we've got Texas, a few other things, but what is it like for, you know, your program to have it? How does this fit into your long-term vision of what you'd like to accomplish with the program playing in events like this?
You know, we started this journey. I've been here 18 years ago. We started 8-man football and kind of at the lowest level of football here in California, and we've slowly, you know, taken a school that's very small, you know, 550 co-ed students, and we've taken it to a stage here where, you know, we're playing at the top level out here, and we're playing against the best of the best, and, you know, playing national champions and all of that. And, you know, we were in the top 10 in the country last year. And so this is, you know, this is just the type of games that we want to play in, and we want to, you know, continue to be a part of.
What do you think it is about your program that earned the invitation and put you guys in position of obviously being a part of such a big event?
You know, I think that we've done some really special things. You know, we've won a bunch of championships out here. We've won state titles and all of that. And you know, now you know, I think California being ranked as the top football state the last couple of years has got some teams from the other side of the country wanting to prove things, which I think is great. And you know, we're obviously going out there to hopefully try to represent California well as well.
What are some of the standards inside your program that you're most proud of?
You know, our school is a little bit different than most high schools. It's a very academic school. You know, we give these kids a high level education as well. And so I'm proud of our kids. You know, it's not just about being a good football player, although we have that, and we've got a bunch of, you know, nationally ranked, you know, Division I athletes. We just sent 8 kids mid-year to go to, you know, the best schools around: LSU, Texas, USC, Kansas, and everywhere in between. And, you know, so we're proud of what they're doing on the field, but I'm equally proud of that these guys are not taking the easy path, and we got a bunch of kids that are taking the hard road, and I think that'll make them successful, you know, great husbands, fathers, employees, employers. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's really what this is about. The few that'll get paid to play the sport are going to do it, and the rest of them have to go out and be successful young men. And you I think our school is an education-based place where these guys are getting that as well.
Somebody's going to see you guys play for the first time, obviously, on TV or in person. What do you hope they see, and what do you hope they take from a Sierra Canyon program when they watch you guys play?
I think that they'll see, a lot of times people are surprised. We've got 65 kids in our program, freshmen to seniors. We're playing top 10 national type level ball, right? And so to be able to do that, you're going to see tough, gritty kids that are smart, execute at a high level, hopefully. And, I guess in a lot of ways our program is that little program that could. We're David versus Goliath, and we're never going to outnumber somebody, but we're going to go out there and fight and compete and hopefully play the sport the right way.
To like representing California on a stage, because that's another thing that's kind of fun for these kind of things where you can take different states and different kinds of football. What's it like being able to represent California?
It's funny. I think that's like the over-dramatized part of these games, right? I mean, at the end of the day, it's a bunch of teenagers out there playing a sport, and we're playing the same thing. I think that from my experience out here, we've played, our last 3 years, we lost to the national champion in Mater Dei in the semifinals, and then last year we lost to Santa Margarita, which was an unbelievable team, and so we're right there. I'm well aware of the competition out here and the level of football. I'm a believer in California football and the quality that is there, but I'm not also naive. I know the quality of Florida football or Texas football. I mean, we're talking about the best of the best, and these are highly recruited schools and places that put out the best kids in the country year after year. We're one of those, and so we're proud to represent California, and also proud to be able to play a quality state like Florida, and I know that they play great football out there as well. So it's going to be two great teams competing against one another.
Coach, we're excited, and it's always good, obviously, when you get great programs that are built the right way, as we say, to be able to come and be a part of this thing. And said it for a few years now. The national championship kind of runs through the showcase because we got so many great programs, and you're one of those. So, congratulations, Coach, and welcome to the showcase. And thanks for joining us on the invite.
Thank you. We're honored to be a part of it, and we're excited to get out there and have a great week.
Thanks, Coach. So now we've seen the matchup, we've heard from the coach, and now we get to talk to the man who put it together. Dr. Perry, we got Sierra Canyon playing Chaminade in a big one, obviously. And how important is it for the showcase to bring a West Coast team like Sierra Canyon all the way over here to play?
I feel like every year I got to do at least one Florida versus California matchup. You just have to. It's one of those states that compared to having the best talent in America, so every year I got to have at least one California team.
I feel like when you put this together in that first year, that had to have been one of those first things. We got to get California involved in this somehow, and make sure that's involved. California, Florida, does that always have the same excitement to it, no matter who the teams are for you?
It does. It's something that people across the country look at because you got your so-called top 5 states: Florida, Texas, California, Georgia, Ohio. They're supposed to be the powerhouses in football. So I think matching up those states, it's good for the entire country, and a lot of people tune in for that.
And what is it about Sierra Canyon that got your attention when you were picking a game, picking this matchup?
To me, it's a national brand. They gotten better and better, and I started noticing they're creeping in the top 10 in the country. And then I'm finally met the coach, and we hit it off. And then he started telling me the talent they got, and I'm like, okay, let's make this happen.
And on that other side of the coin, you got old Chaminade Madonna, and Chaminade's been a fixture as well in this showcase. What is that like, and talk about what Coach Jones has always done, and it doesn't seem that Chaminade runs from the competition, is always willing to be a part of the showcase.
Yeah, he's not going to run from competition, and it's just the consistency. I mean, for the past decade, you can say he's built Chaminade into a powerhouse, and it's just constantly, it's the consistency and constantly just keep getting kids, and you don't even have to recruit there. It's became a brand across the country.
Well, that's another invite accepted. We got Sierra Canyon, we got Chaminade. It's the invite, and we love doing it here on the invite because we get to bring these best schools down to your showcase. So, again, thanks for joining us, Coach Perry, and let's keep this train rolling. We're almost getting to matchup 8.
Yep, let's go.